What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Sakira, aka your favorite cosmic fairy, but if you're not new, you already knew that, period. Welcome to your July 2024 predictions, you guys. Listen, I filmed this already, right? This video was supposed to come out a week ago, but I was running out of time and I only did a collective reading, you guys. And when I went to go watch it, I really wanted it to be a pick a card. So we're back at it again. Universe is giving us more messages for July, and now we're breaking it down into groups. So you guys, I'm going to give you the close-up. You know, I'm not really into the long intros, not really. But I'm going to give you guys a close-up. You will get some time to get acquainted with your pile or piles, and then we'll get right into the get down. So if you are ready, without further ado, to the table view. All right, you guys, welcome to your group selection, your pile selection. You guys already know what time it is. July predictions. Look at your piles because they have messages for you, you guys. So if you are vibing with this moonstone for pile number 1, then you know that this is going to be your stone, you guys. Moonstone, it really hits. It's such an intuitive stone. I feel like the first 2 stones are very intuitive. For group number 2, you guys, we have this beautiful amethyst crystal. You guys know I'm always coming with the heavy hitters. I always got the bad boys for you guys. But group 2, if you're vibing with this stone, you know that's your choice. Group number 3, we got a little golden quartz going on, a little royal energy. Come on, somebody. Listen, group 3, you guys are golden quartz. So if you are vibing with any of these crystals, you guys, maybe the number of the pile, the numerology of the pile, like 1, 2, or 3 means something to you. I know sometimes like I see 111 or 333. That might inspire me to go towards a pile. You know, just use your intuition, you guys. Pause this video if you need some time to really go over the options here and see exactly what speaks to you, because it could be more than one pile. But, you know, do your big one, you guys. Whatever this looks like for you, you can't get it wrong. Let's put it that way. You can't get it wrong. So group 1 with the moonstone, we're going to start with you. Group 2 with amethyst, and group 3 with the golden quartz. I will see you at your designated timestamps, you guys. Without further ado, group 1, we're starting with you. All right, group number 1, pile number 1, welcome to your July 2024 predictions. If you chose group 1 or this moonstone crystal, then this is your energy for the month of July, you guys. So let's get into, first of all, what types of energy will you be embodying, group 1, for the month of July? You guys got child magical, period. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things. The belief that everything is possible. You guys got child divine, light attributes, innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. And then we have angel, whoa, helping those in need with no expectation of return. So group number 1, I feel like your July 2024, it's looking real spiritual. It's looking real aligned. I feel like some of you guys might be connecting with your inner child. Some of you guys might be, when I see this angel card, it's like the position even here, she is kind of giving herself a hug and she's like being surrounded or being engulfed by the angel wings. I feel like some of you guys are really doing some inner child work in the month of July. You guys are, you know, tapping in with these healing abilities. Maybe some of you guys are getting, you know, transported back in time. I almost feel like there's going to be something where you guys get this chance to really like maybe go back and do some inner healing, or really just tap in with what it is that your inner child needs, group number 1. But some of you guys, you know, you've been feeling called to maybe have more fun. Some of you guys have been feeling called to really get into like a more pure heart, a more aligned spirit. Some of you guys too with this child divine, and it's talking about connection with the divine, connection with God, with source. Some of you guys are being called to like drop dead weight or like lose, you know, some heaviness that you've been carrying with you, whether this is in your physical life and it's in the form of like, you know, jobs and people and, you know, certain situations, or if this is like on an energetic level, on an internal level, where you're being asked to release things intrinsically, right? But I feel like this lightness surrounding you guys in the month of July, like where things are just moving really beautifully for you. I feel like you guys are going to be in really good spirits. People could like to be around you in the month of July. You might have healing energy, you know, that might help to bring out the inner child in other people, or help to trigger inner child healing in other people. Maybe, you know, people get around you and they feel like they're young again, or they feel youthful around you. I feel like also you guys are giving off really good energy. There's something very pure about you guys, group number 1, in the month of July, where, you know, maybe you're doing things for people, you're helping people out. People could find you, you know, in like this very angelic state where it's like maybe you're just, you know, you're helping the needy or you're doing things for people who just need help. It doesn't have to be like a homeless person or somebody like a stranger. Maybe you're, you know, helping out your friends, helping out your family, doing favors for people who genuinely need the help. But I just feel like in the month of July, whoever you guys are in group number 1, you guys are in beautiful, beautiful energy. Very like divinely guided, divinely connected energy. But let's see what else we have going on for you guys. We have exhaustion. We have the source. Yeah, right, with child divine. Come on now. I'm going to do it like this so you guys can see what's going on here. And then lastly, we have maturity. I like this a lot, you guys. This is kind of giving me vibes of like you guys growing in your connection with God. Some of you guys, you know, you might be having, if not like some type of spiritual awakening, maybe like a very, very big spiritual ascension in the month of July, where it's taking you from the state of exhaustion, you know, right to God, right to the source, where you end up maturing, you end up blossoming. What I love about this card too, you guys, is, you know, this card maturity is not showing that everything is peaches and cream. If you look around, like the outside of this person's energy is very dark, it's very gray, very bleak, very like gloomy and doomsday kind of looking, right? But on the inside, in this person's own magical bubble, they are blossoming, they are blooming, they are maturing, they are abundant. Look at all these colors, look at all the flowers and all the nature. They are abundant, and it doesn't matter what's going on around them. So some of you guys too, this is what you're going to be doing for people. Maybe you're going to be bringing like some type of light to people's lives, but also in your own life, group number 1, I feel like regardless of whatever troubles you may have, regardless of like, you know, the things that might be making you feel exhausted, you're going to be really connecting with the source. You're going to be connecting with God, and that's going to carry you guys. Some of you guys, you know, again, going back to that spiritual ascension, spiritual awakening, you guys are having, you know, some type of deep, profound connection with God. Some of you guys might be studying spirituality more, might be praying more, might be building an altar. Like I'm just feeling like very spiritual practices, like a lot of spiritual, you know, connectivity, however that looks for you guys. But it does bring some type of optimistic outlook to a very negative circumstance. Or like if you guys, again, you know, you have people around you who are struggling, I feel like you guys are going to be a very, very good sense of like light and optimism and some type of like just pure energy that you're bringing to people's lives. So some themes we have playing out for you guys in group number 1 for the month of July: Saturn truth with lunar eclipse change. Ooh. I feel like as I'm looking at this, they're bringing me to these 2 cards right here, exhaustion and the source. And I feel like some of you guys, you know, the way that you've been living your life prior to July, or even in the beginning of July, has left you feeling maybe energetically exhausted, has left you feeling like, you know, maybe like you're doing too much, you're giving too much energy, or you're being drained of your energy. And I feel like there's some type of truth that's going to get revealed to you that change needs to happen. I feel like this is all a part of like a cycle where you guys in the month of July, group number 1, you're going to be connecting with spirit because there's a catalyst. There's something that happens, maybe some type of truth that gets communicated to you. This could be through a person. This could be through source itself, where you get a download or you get a dream that, you know, wakes you up, or you watch a video, you come across the right information, but some type of truth gets delivered to you guys in the month of July, and it helps to incite change. It helps to be a catalyst for change for you guys. And I feel like it's positive change. I feel like some of you guys, you know, some truth that you might be coming to is that maybe you've been doing too much for people and not enough for yourself. Somebody in group number 1 needed to hear that. It's interesting, we have 6 and 9, which are like inverse numbers. And I feel like some of you guys, you know, the truth is that you've been doing a lot of physical work, but your energy hasn't been aligned with maybe what it is that you're looking to accomplish, right? This is giving me like self-concept kind of energy, your perspective about yourself kind of energy. Like some of you guys, you know, doing the physical work hasn't gotten you very far. You've needed to do the inner work. You've needed to connect maybe back to your inner child. Some of you guys too, you realize that life is very exhausting when your inner child is not happy or when your inner child is not healed. And that truth could have been, you know, delivered to you and caused you to have some type of innate or, you know, intrinsic change. But I feel like either way, you guys, what's happening is there's a realization that something needs to be done differently. I'm just going to stack these here, you guys. Something needs to be done differently because it is in your best and highest good. It is, you know, within God's capacity to make some type of change for you. And now is the time. July is a very impactful month for you guys, group number 1. So let's get your tarot cards out. We got the Page of Swords in reverse. We got the Queen of Cups in reverse. We got the 5 of Wands. Look at that. We got the Three of Wands with the Knight of Swords. So it looks like you guys go from not being in this energy of, thinking very positively. It feels like you guys are exhausted mentally. You guys are drained emotionally. And this is the source of the conflict, within yourself before July or in the beginning of July. And I feel like something gets revealed to you where you guys begin to switch your expectations from that of things that were negative, and you turn your back on it. Because look at this. The Three of Wands, the person literally has their back turned to the conflict. They literally are saying to hell, I'm trying to get it to focus, you guys. They're literally saying to hell with the conflict. And they are, hold on one second, you guys, they're literally saying to hell with the conflict, turning their back to it and, facing more towards planting better seeds and having those ships come in. And I feel like in the month of July, again, something causes you guys to change direction. And you guys get very aggressive about it, mentally and passionately aggressive about it. In a really good sense, you guys. I'm trying to get these cards to focus. We're gonna get it, you guys. 1 second. There we go. But I feel like you guys, what happens is you begin to realize that there's some work you have to do. It's interesting, we go from the Page of Swords in reverse to the Knight of Swords. Some of you guys, you were in your head, you were overthinking, you were in a negative state of mind, and something happens to where you realize that that is a main cause for a lot of the troubles that you have in your life, a lot of the troubles that you're dealing with on the inside. And if you want things to change, you have to change what you're expecting, from negative expectation to positive expectation. And then we go from that to, how can I be more aggressive? How can I be more on point when it comes to pursuing the things that I want for myself, when it comes to making changes, when it comes to thinking better thoughts? I was telling you guys, I was getting some type of self-concept energy. The Page of Swords to me really feels like, being turned in a direction that's very negative when it comes to what you think about your life, what you think about things going on for you, what you think about the things that need to change, what you think about your present circumstances. I feel like, again, your circumstances aren't necessarily changing completely, group number one, in the month of July, but what is changing is your relationship to your circumstances. Some of you guys are unbothered in the month of July. You're unfazed in the month of July. And maybe that's what you need to finally stop paying attention to the things that are draining you on an emotional level, the things that are depleting your energy. But let's see what else we have for you guys. Group number one, we have purse. Pay attention to your finances. So some of you guys, this is about money. Maybe you're drained because you're working hard because you need money or you feel like you don't have enough. We have broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. We have the nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. We have dog close up, pleasure with a close friend, and then we have King, pay attention to your health. So some other themes that I'm seeing for you guys in group number one is that, your health is going to be important in the month of July. And I just heard mental health, especially with the Page of Swords in reverse and then the Knight of Swords. Your mental health is definitely going to be, something that's really essential to you. Some of you guys, you have an unsuccessful outcome to maybe a financial issue in the month of July, or this has been the energy you've been in, and that's because your mindset has not aligned yourself, or you haven't aligned your mindset with that of abundance. I feel like this unsuccessful outcome to your problem is not something that you're facing. I feel like it's something you've been in. And again, that could be what's changing, your relationship to not having enough, your relationship to lack, your relationship to not having abundance in your life, your relationship to not having your manifestations come through for you. I feel like that's what's changing. You guys are realizing that, peace can be yours, happiness can be yours, bliss can be yours. This inner child energy, when you think about a kid, right, or you think about a child, their happiness doesn't usually come from materialistic things. It comes from, the joys of life, the simple pleasures of life, being able to connect with good people, being able to do things that feel new and inspiring to them. Like, most kids are not worried about, paying bills and stuff like that. I feel like you guys are getting back to this worry-free state, regardless of what your circumstances look like. We have the nest with an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. I feel like some of you guys too, I was saying you might be showing up as an angel for some family members, but I feel like some of you guys too, what you're doing is you're bridging the gap between a broken family this month. you guys are changing your energy, and that's also contributing to more love coming into your family, more love coming into your life. This could also be something that you guys go through with friends, where it says pleasure with a close friend. Some of you guys, not only are you rebuilding your family life in the month of July, but you're also, connecting with people who make you feel good in the month of July. I feel like you guys are aligning with, more energy that reflects the changes that you're making in the month of July, which is beautiful. So you guys, let's see what else you guys have for the month of July coming through. We're almost done with your cards. You guys have rebirth. Yeah, you guys are definitely making some powerful change in the month of July. This is one of the most powerfulest readings I've seen in a while, where there's so much change, so much divine energy, so much angel childlike energy. There's a rebirth happening, and it's starting with the mindset. It's starting, with what you think about yourself. It's starting with how you see your situation. It's starting with the amount of peace that you allow yourself to have in any given circumstance. That is what's changing. That's what's being transformed here. Compassion. So some of you guys are learning to have compassion for yourself. Some of you guys are learning how to love yourself. Some of you guys are learning how to give your inner child that compassion, right? Forgiving yourself for what you didn't know when you didn't know it. Forgiving yourself for giving into, negativity, whatever this is, but giving yourself the compassion that you need to pull yourself into a better frequency, into a better state of being. And then we have, look, love, period. So yeah, you guys have a lot of good energy surrounding you in the month of July, group number 1. I feel like not only are you going to be in this compassionate state towards yourself and your inner child, but you're going to have a lot of compassion and a lot of love to give to a lot of people. Versus maybe before, where you were so focused on being exhausted, or you were so focused on, your problems, you didn't have enough energy to hold space for people. I feel like the month of July, people are going to be able to rely on you. You're going to be able to rely on yourself. You're going to have a lot of energy to, hold space. And we got sirens, you guys, and you know what that means. So the universe is letting you know that's valid. You're going to have the energy in July to hold space for yourself and to hold space for other people, and to give a lot of love and to give a lot of compassion. And that could be that angel energy, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Some of you guys are going to be, helping people to get through the same things that you went through. If you were exhausted from working too hard and, really paying attention to what's negative, maybe you're going to be inspiring people to do what you did and make a shift, make a change, rebirth, transform. But we have let it flow, let it grow, with finding balance as your overall last messages. So I feel like the month of July for you guys, group number 1, is a month where you guys are letting things flow. You guys are finding the balance. This is giving like you haven't figured out, all the answers to all of your problems, but you are slowly finding balance for yourself, where things are starting to work out for you. With this let it flow, let it grow, I feel like some of you guys are giving it to God. It feels like a give it to God kind of moment, where if you have problems, or if you've been struggling, you're letting things flow. You're giving yourself the time, and you're giving yourself the space that you need to grow beyond your problems, and to grow into your solutions, to grow in your connection with God, to grow in your compassion and your love for yourself and for others. I feel like you guys are flowing. You're in a flow state in the month of July. And it feels very like, I don't know, catalytic, you guys. It feels like something happens, whether this is a conversation with a friend, whether God comes to you in a dream or some type of divine download, whether you watch something and it inspires you. But I feel like there's a catalyst in July that it changes things. Something clicks into place for you guys, where you start to realize like, hey, I have to make a change in what I'm giving my energy to. What am I paying my attention to? Is it negative? Is it positive? Am I expecting the worst, or am I preparing for the best? Like, you guys are starting to make that change, and you step into this energy where you just become, a form of abundance to yourself and to others. And people are going to love being around you in the month of July. You're going to have a lot of people who really benefit from your presence in the month of July. But group 1, this is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for vibing and connecting and sharing time, space, and energy with me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you feel like this made sense for you, all of the things, I do comment back. If you're heading to any of the other groups, you guys, I love you so much. I will see you there. But if you are stopping here, thank you again for connecting. And until next time, peace out. All right, group number 2, welcome to your July 2024 predictions. If you chose this amethyst crystal, then you know why you're here. Let's get into it, you guys. What can you expect in the month of July? Let's start off by seeing what energy, archetype-wise, you guys are going to be embodying group number 2. So first we have the Hermit, period. We got some Virgos in the bunch here, maybe. Or just some people who like to play it, play it by themselves. Maybe some Aquarius types. Who else can be loner energy? Geminis can be loners, but you guys are social as well. But I'm getting like Virgo, I'm getting Aquarius. You guys could have anything in your chart, but I'm just kind of seeing that. We have the guide, period, all right, with Virgin. Interesting. So the Hermit says, seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. Then we have guide, represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. And then we have Virgin, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. I feel like the month of July for you guys, group number 2, is a very like chill month. I'm not gonna lie. Your energy even feels very chill. It feels like you guys are taking some time out for yourself, or you're gonna need some time out for yourself, right? This is the energy you're gonna be embodying, group 2. And I feel like for you guys, what's happening is in the month of July, you guys are gonna need some time to kind of be with self. You guys are gonna be with self, receiving a lot of guidance, receiving a lot of pure energy. I feel like some of you guys are recalibrating your energy as well. And also, you guys could be a guide for other people as well. Like as you are in hermit mode, as you are sitting with yourself and, you know, getting the downloads, you know, doing your meditations or whatever it is that you're doing as you are taking that time for yourself, I feel like it's putting you in a really, really good position to act as a guide for other people with good intention. The Hermit, the Guide, and the Virgin to me just feels like somebody who is, you know, to themselves, but they have a lot of wisdom. The Hermit is like this, look, this wise older person, usually with gray hair, but in this rendition, the person has darker hair. But it is, you know, it represents or is symbolic of a person who is wise. They are older, they have experience under their belt. And usually they are a guide. They usually use that to guide other people. They usually use that as, you know, a way to kind of portray the divine energy that they have gotten while in hermit mode, while taking that time to self, while even in a meditative state. And they use that to basically, you know, help teach people, help aid people, help guide people through their life situations. And the Virgin just really talks about doing things from a pure spirit, doing things with a pure heart. So the month of July, you guys are going to be in a really, really good place with yourselves as far as just your energy. I feel like some of you guys are doing a cleanse. This Virgin feels like shedding old energy, shedding the things that make you feel dense and heavy, shedding old, you know, traumas and, you know, just kind of letting that go. Even if you guys don't fully heal in the month of July, I feel like those things won't be a factor, or they won't be affecting you, or they won't be as apparent, because you guys are really taking that time to just be with self and to really get your own energy right. But let's see what else we have going on for group number 2. I almost wanted to call you guys group number 1. That's interesting. So you guys have the Rebel, because why not? I heard because fuck it. Because why not? Then you guys have Stress, okay? And then you guys have Going with the Flow, period. So I feel like this is what I was saying. Like if you guys had, you know, any heaviness, if you guys had any, you know, stress, if you guys have any, you know, situations in your life, you're letting that go. You're just vibing with whatever the universe has intent for you, right? Like these two right here just feel like cleansing. Even look, going with the flow, this person's kind of suspended in like a water kind of like environment. Water represents purity, represents cleansing. I could kind of see like you guys going from this energy to this energy. It's because there's something that happens where you make this conscious choice to really relinquish the stress, to really be done with it, and to just go with the flow and let things be what they're meant to be. Some of you guys also, like you're acting as a guide for people in the month of July who are going through stress, and you're teaching them with a pure heart or with good intention, you know, how to go with the flow, how to rebel against, you know, certain things. I feel like this rebel energy with the Hermit, it's really giving like this is the time that you need, that time to yourself to break free from the shackles that bind you. Look at this person's foot. They are literally breaking free from chains. They're rebelling against maybe old ways of being, old ways of doing things. And I feel like you guys, like what's happening for group number 2 is you guys are taking this month or this time within the month of July to really get your energy right. And that means doing things differently. Maybe some of you guys are used to being around people, you know, it's summertime, you're having fun, you're outside, but your energy might be calling for you to stay in the house. Your energy might be calling for you to meditate and be with self, or to, you know, just pour into yourself the way that you feel like you need to. This Hermit card also talks about, you know, serving your own personal creativity. I feel like that's something that's really going to be birthed in the month of July. Some of you guys might be getting a lot of creative ideas. Some of you guys, if you are teachers or if you are healers, or if you are, natural guides for people, you might get so many, new things, new perspectives to share just because you're taking the time to be with self. Some of you guys, because you guys, I'm not going to lie, I've been kind of feeling this hermit energy, and it's just like this overwhelming desire to just be alone, to not connect with any other person, to just kind of be in your own energy, because there's something healing about that. I feel like some of you guys, this is what you need to finally break free from the stresses that you've been in when it comes to your life situation. And again, I feel like with this guide, you guys are almost going to be like teachers, where you're teaching other people, or you're helping other people, or you're living as an example to other people when it comes to like, this is what I did to get out of my situation, and now life is easy. Now I get what I want. Now it's all smooth sailing, right? Take it as it resonates. But let's see what themes are playing out for the collective of group number 2 for the month of July. We have 11th house friends. Look at that. With water element sensing. I feel like intuitively you guys are going to know when you need to connect with people and when you need to pull back. It's just interesting. We're talking about the hermit, which is somebody who's alone, and then we have 11th house friends. I feel like with water element sensing, water element, look at that, going with the flow, and the water element. Come on now. I know you guys see this. Let me just move this up some. I feel like some of you guys are going to be intuitively guided to literally like disconnect from people. I really, really do. And I feel like this is the year where you guys might be, again, your July, instead of it being super duper social, you're going to be sensing and kind of like testing the waters to see when you want to connect with people and when you want time to yourself, when you want to, exchange energy with a friend group, and when you want to exchange energy with your own, divine spirit, when you want to kind of just be with self and exchange energy between you and you. I feel like this month is very intuitive for you too, where you guys might be really seeing like maybe even who's there for you and who's not. But also with the water element sensing and 11th house friends, I feel like some of you guys too, you could be attracting intuitively a whole different type of friend group, because you're taking the time to yourself to break free from certain patterns and ways of being and doing things, which means that your energy is changing, which means the types of people you attract now are beginning to shift. So just take it as it resonates, group number 2. I see a lot of different things for you guys, but I do feel like water is going to be symbolic. You guys could also find that you are spending a lot of time around water, going with the flow. This person literally suspended in a body of water by themselves. So you could find that maybe you're at the pool a lot, at the beach a lot, at like lakes and ponds a lot, or you're drawn to that a lot in the month of July. Some of you guys too, like maybe before July or in the beginning of July, if you look at this card right here, it's super interesting. The stress card, you have somebody juggling 50 million things and like standing on top of this ball, and this monkey is about to pop the ball. Like everything's about to fall to shit. And I feel like some of you guys too, you could be like in this chaotic energy where there's a buildup, where you just feel like you have, the weight of the world. What am I trying to say? Where you guys feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, and there's something that overcomes you where you're just led to go with the flow. Intuitively, you guys start feeling like how to just go with the flow, how to not give into the stresses of life, and how to break free from, the programming that tells you have to react to that. Some of you guys, you're becoming less reactive in the month of July. Less reactive to people, less reactive to circumstances. You're finding your bliss, you're finding like your calm, you're finding your peace of mind, and you're committing to it. This rebel energy feels, again, I was talking about Aquarius, that's so funny. Aquarius is known as the rebel, and the hermit is known as the Virgo. So I'm telling you guys, I sense that energy for a reason. Some of you guys have that in your charts, you just do. And this is the month where it's like it doesn't matter what's happening, almost similar to group number 1. You guys are learning to go with the flow and just maintaining your peace of mind as things are happening. And I feel like too, the stresses of your life begin to calm down when you learn to go with the flow. It's almost like a catalytic effect where it's like you change your energy and then your circumstances change. Yeah, we have the 4 cups, the 6 of swords, period. We like that. The wheel of fortune in reverse, the king of cups, we like that. And the 8 of pentacles. I feel like you guys in the month of July, you're going to be working on how to be more emotionally open. And this might start with you guys going deep and spending time with yourself and getting to understand your emotions. We have water element sensing, which to me is always a card of feeling. And I feel like you guys with this king of cups and this 8 of pentacles, it's like figuring out how to become more emotionally open. Some of you guys too, you're getting in you're getting more in tune with your emotions. You're getting more, you know, in balance with your emotions. You're getting more on top of your emotional reactions as well. Some of you guys are doing inner work on your emotions, because I feel like you guys are wanting to move out of a cycle. You guys have been wanting to move out of a cycle for a long time, group number 2. A cycle of maybe feeling like, you know, things are just not going well for you. 4 cups is very like glass half empty. So maybe looking at what you don't have, looking at how much stress you have and how things are just not working out for you. Moving into peace of mind, 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords moves from the 5 to the 6. The 5 is about chaos and change and conflict. Moving into the 6, which is about love and peace and having more steady waters, right? More steady times ahead for yourself. I feel like that's been the cycle you guys have been struggling to kind of move out of, but in the month of July, you find your balance. You find a way to make it work for yourself. You find something clicks for you guys, group number 2, where it just starts to work. You just start to feel more in charge of your emotions. You start to feel more, you know, mature when it comes to your emotions. I see a lot of water. I see a lot of cups. I just feel like you guys are spending time with yourself because it's going to help you to recalibrate your energy, which is beautiful. Let's talk about it, group number 2. Let's see what else you guys got coming out for the month of July. We have career. So we got that 8 of Pentacles with this career energy. I feel like your career could definitely be a factor for you guys, or something that you focus on. Or again, I was saying you guys could be a guide for other people. You guys could be a teacher for other people. This could be something that directly impacts your career because you give yourself the time and the space you need to break free from certain things, to have time to yourself, to just deal with your own energy, to deal with your own shit is really what I want to say. Group number 2, to deal with your own shit. And this becomes a very, very big thing that can affect your career in a beautiful way. But we have pineapple, reconciliation. We have needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted, period. We have dogs, getting together with friends, okay, period. And we have bowl, plenty of material things. So look at this. Your July is filled with all of these themes. We start off with career, we end off with plenty of material things. I see that the 8 of Pentacles is here. Some of you guys are putting in work, not just on yourselves, but because you're in this emotionally balanced state, or this emotionally mature state, or you're just one with your own emotions, it allows you to do great work, which allows you to make a lot of money, right? Period, group number 2. We have reconciliation, and then getting together with friends. And I feel like some of you guys are going to be not necessarily reconciling like there's a problem. Some of you guys, you know, you could be finding peace and reconciling some issues or differences with people or within yourself. But I feel like this reconciliation is just a coming back to yourself, reconciling and coming back home to self with this hermit energy. It's finally saying, you know what, I'm ready to like get back in tune with me. And I do feel like, again, intuitively, you guys are going to be spending time with friends, but you're going to be doing it in a way or in a sense that makes sense for you. So group number 2, if you find that in the month of July, there are days where you feel called to not say yes to plans, you won't be saying yes to plans. Or at least you shouldn't be saying yes to plans if intuitively you don't feel led to do it. There will be times where you feel intuitively led and guided to get together with friends, to hang out with friends, to go see friends, to make certain plans, to do certain things. But I feel like it's all going to be a very intuitive process. It's going to be going with the flow. It's not going to be, you know, saying yes when you really don't feel like you have the space to say yes. It's not just going to be, you know, saying yes for the heck of it or to please people. I feel like you guys are breaking free from certain patterns and certain habits. And again, you're going to be aligning with certain people who might be different than what you're used to, because you're changing your energy. Therefore, you're changing the types of people you're attracting. And then needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. So group number 2, that's beautiful energy, because if you've been in the energy of wanting things to manifest for you, if you've been in the energy of maybe wanting your career to take off, wanting material things to really unfold for you, you're going to be getting that, or at least seeing that unfold, the beginning of it, in the month of July. You're going to start to see your work pay off in the month of July. And I feel like it's because you guys are changing your energy. It's like it all starts with the energy, and then everything else as a byproduct kind of just falls in line on its own, which we love to see, right? So group 2, let's get some more cards on the table for you. We have relationship change. Ooh. Some of you guys, you're changing your friendships, and I was talking about that. The types of people you are attracting are changing. But for others of you, the relationship with yourself is changing. Some of you guys might have a romantic partnership that's changing. But there are so many changes in the ways in which you relate to people, the ways in which you relate to yourself. And we love this, you guys. We really, really do. I feel like this is an energy of you guys finding balance, right? Because 5 and 6 adds to 11, which reduces to 2. And I feel like 2 is a number of partnership. It's a number of balance. It's a number of, you know, you guys coming into alignment with the other side of self. And so with this relationship change, group number 2, I do feel like you can look forward to the month of July, showing you maybe who the real are from the fake, showing you who's aligned with your energy versus who's not, showing you the ways in which you've been aligned with your energy and the ways in which you have not been aligned with the things that you say that you want, right? Then we have, look, manifestation right on top of a sincere wish will be granted. I'm even going to move this card up so we could just have both of those right there. Period. So like I was saying, some of you guys, you know, you're going to start to see the beginning of your manifestations really unfold. We have number 8, and this is this is the year of the 8. So this is the year that some of your manifestations, your sincere wishes really start to show up for you guys. And again, it's because you are taking the time to be with self and to do some inner work. I see it. July is a very powerful month for cleansing. It's Cancer season going into Leo season. So I feel like, you know, cleansing waters that leads into willpower and determination to make something shake. Then you have patience, which is number 2. Come on, somebody. So one thing you guys are going to be faced with, and one thing you guys are going to be dealing with in the month of July, group number 2, is patience. Learning how to be more patient with self, learning how to be more patient with life, learning how to be more patient with your work endeavors, learning how to be more patient with your results and your manifestations. Patience is going to be a virtue for you guys. And I feel like, you know, you're naturally going to embody a more patient spirit in the month of July. You're going to find that patience is more easily available to you, more easily accessible to you in the month of July. So to close out group number 2 with your July predictions, you guys have coming together, period, because it is all coming together for you guys. You know, the right people are coming into your life. The manifestations are coming into your life. We have yin yang, which is that balance, that 2 energy. Everything's coming together in divine timing with make space for it. So some of you guys, you know, you're making space for these beautiful things to come into your life. You're not giving energy to worry and to stress anymore. You're giving it to going with the flow. You're making space. You're not saying yes to people that you really want to say no to. You're creating that room for other people to come into your life. You're making space. But just make sure, group number 2, that whatever you feel intuitively led to do in the month of July, you follow that and you stay true to that, because that is the God in you trying to lead you to somewhere really, really great. And I feel like things are coming together in the month of July in ways that you did not expect. Your manifestations are showing up for you in ways that you did not expect. Things are happening for you because remember when I was saying earlier, you guys, it feels like you are shedding energy. It feels like you are, dropping burdens. It feels like you are releasing what's not serving you. That's called making space. So just keep this all in the back of your mind as food for thought, group number 2. This is what I have for you guys for your July predictions. So if you enjoyed this and you feel like this resonated for you, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you have Virgo or Aquarius in your chart, again, group number 2, you can have any sign in your chart, but I really feel like group number 2 has that rebel, that hermit energy. I'm talking to some people who, who got some things going on, again, whether you're a Virgo or Aquarius or not. But group 2, again, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of the good things. I love you guys so much. And if you're heading to either of the other 2 groups, I will see you there. But if you are stopping here, sending you all the love, all of the peace, all of the abundance. Peace out. All right, group number 3, the last but certainly not least of the Mohegans. Welcome to your July 2024 predictions. What is coming towards group number 3 in the month of July? If you chose that golden quartz right there, we're about to get the tea and find out. So group 3, let's start by seeing what energy you guys are going to be embodying, what archetypes you guys are going to be kind of living in the month of July. So you guys have the damsel with the hero and the healer. This is so interesting because I did a reading for somebody recently and this energy kind of came through. It was really similar, but what I'm getting for you guys, the damsel says, understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. But I almost feel called to look at the shadow attributes of this. And it says, waiting for a knight to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. The hero-heroine says, passion for a journey of personal empowerment. But the shadow attribute says escapism and a false sense of heroism. And then we have the healer. And it says passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. And I feel like some of you guys, I want to say that some of you guys might be coming in contact with the healer, but some of you guys are going to be opening up the space and the capacity within yourselves to do some inner healing. Group number 3. It's interesting, you guys got golden quartz and you have all of these like sacral chakra energies with the heart chakra here. I feel like for you guys, group number 3, your July is really looking like a big revelation. Some of you guys are going to realize the ways in which you've been playing victim. You've been the damsel. You've been waiting for somebody outside of you to save you. You've been waiting for somebody outside of you to maybe come in and rescue you from your life, from your circumstances, from certain situations, from a toxic environment, a toxic relationship, from a toxic job. You know, waiting for something outside of self to be your hero. But I feel like what you guys are overcoming, or, you know, what you guys are coming into the sense of knowing or understanding in the month of July is that before you were trying to escape, you know, through a false sense of heroism. Maybe you thought like, well, you know, somebody who's gonna, you know, somebody or something out there is gonna save me. Something or somebody out there is gonna be my hero. But I feel like in the month of July, you're healing this concept within yourself. Some of you guys are learning how to be your own hero. The damsel and the hero to me are like feminine and masculine energies. Some of you guys are healing both of those energies within yourself so that you go from having, you know, distorted feminine, distorted masculine energies to having very healthy and balanced yin yang, masculine, feminine, like duality together. This is kind of feeling like a month where you guys get your power back. A month where you guys stop relying on things and people outside of you to come to your rescue and realizing that nobody outside of you is going to save you. You are your own savior. And we're not going deep into like, you know, religion and God and et cetera, because even God said that he sent Christ in terms of the Bible as, you know, a representation of how to be your own salvation. Christ came as a light into the world so that we could be like Christ, not to worship Christ, not to look for Christ to save us, but so that we could save ourselves the same way Christ saved himself and other people, right? Something like that. So I'm getting this vibe for you guys, group number 3, that you're learning to be your own hero. You're learning that it's okay to be in trouble, but it's also okay to understand that you're going to be the one to save yourself. That's called healing. It's a healing of a concept within yourself. Maybe it's a healing of the part of you that felt incapable of being able to even help yourself or save yourself. But a lot of you guys, you're getting your inner light back in the month of July, group number 3. This is getting powerful. Let's see what's going on here. This is so different from group 1 and group 2's reading. You guys have awareness. Come the freak on. Come on. Did I not just say it's like this inner alignment or awareness, like you are your own savior. You are your own hero. It's okay to be in trouble, but it's also okay to understand that nobody's coming to save you. Yes, the universe will send, you know, angels and send people to, you know, guide you, but ultimately nobody's going to change your life for the better but you. Group number 3. You guys got control. Come on now. Awareness, very feminine energy. Control, very masculine energy. I'm telling you, it's a feminine masculine duality thing going on for the guys and girls. I want to say for the guys and girls in group number 3. Then we have schizophrenia. So I do feel like you guys are overcoming like a mental blockage. This is what's being healed. This understanding of, you know, somebody coming to save you, that was a mental concept that you bought into. That was a limiting belief that you bought into over time or at some point in your life that told you you can't save yourself. Some of you guys, look at this. Awareness, you have the inner child peeking through. Some of you guys are going back to your childhood in the month of July where you're realizing and you're becoming aware that, you know, maybe you were taught or maybe you watched people as you were growing up who acted like a damsel just so they can get somebody to save them. They weren't in their own power. Some of you guys are becoming aware, you know, of the patterns that you picked up and from where you got it. Maybe it was family, maybe it was TV, maybe it was just social influence at the time, but something at some point in your life convinced you that you are incapable of saving yourself. You need someone or something outside of you. Some of you guys, you're taking back your power. That's what this control is. You're overcoming this mental blockage. That really is just an illusion, right? Like, I really feel called to say this to you guys. Like, group number 3, this is different. Because you guys are having some type of like wake-up call. You are your own savior. I feel like if I could name this reading anything, it probably, because I'm tripping over my words, would be that group number 3. You are your own savior. Nobody's coming to save you, and I feel like this is what you're realizing, and then you do something about it. So let's see what other themes we have playing out for you guys in the month of July. You guys got Leo, I will. Come on, somebody, period. I will get it done. I will persevere. I will save myself. I can do it. Yes, I can. This is what I'm hearing. You guys, you know what's so funny, and this is so random, right? But the other day, because I've been watching a lot, this is so random, just go with me here, you guys. I've been watching a lot of cheerleader content, like not content, but like movies and shows and stuff like that, especially like old ones like Bring It On, Hit the Floor, all that stuff, right? And I was trying to remember the name of this Disney Channel movie that was about cheerleaders from years ago when I was a kid and I watched it. And the reason why this is coming to me is because when I saw this Leo, I will, it reminded me of this chant or this mantra that the people, the cheerleaders in that Disney Channel movie used to say. And they used to say, "Si se puede," which is Spanish for yes, I can. And that was their mantra whenever they were like getting ready to compete or do all the, you know, their cheerleading things. Si se puede, yes, I can. So when I saw this Leo, I will, it just really brought me back to that mantra. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Some of you guys, you know, you're realizing in the month of July, you can change your circumstances. You can save yourself. You can be your own hero. You can be your own savior. Yes, you can. Jupiter return benefits. Look, and then that's when you realize that life can change. Life can get good. I'm hearing, you know, the better it gets, the better it gets. Universe, show me how good it can possibly get. And the universe starts to show you through your own awareness. You are your own savior. You are your own healer. My gosh, you guys. With Jupiter return benefits, I feel like July could feel like a very lucky month for you, especially when you guys start, it feels like you guys start putting in the effort with this I will, willpower, that solar energy, that sacral energy. Some of you guys, you know, you're putting a lot of determination behind being your own hero, being your own savior, you know, tapping in with this energy of empowerment, realizing that if you want your life to change, nobody outside of you is coming to change it for you. You could have all the people in the world come to rescue you from a situation, but guess what? That situation is going to remanifest. It's going to follow you because it's all in your mind. The schizophrenia card is showing you that it starts in the mental, and that's what's being healed. Some of you guys, you know, you're finding this very sound sense of determination to really move through some challenges and some obstacles within yourself in the month of July. I just feel like for group 3, if you're drawn to this group, July feels lucky because you're realizing that you are your own best partner. You're realizing that you are your savior. You are your hero. And, you know, now that you realize this, you actually are realizing too that you have what it takes to get it done. You have what it takes to change your circumstances. If you guys are dealing with money issues, if you guys are dealing with, you know, romantic issues, if you guys are dealing with personal issues, if you guys are dealing with issues regarding your body type, how you look, you know, your features, if you guys are dealing with issues with your health, you are your own savior. And I feel like this is the month where you guys really tap in with this energy and you see the rewards, you see things manifest quickly for you, you see the changes happen very fast for you in the month of July. Because you come into this awareness, and not only do you just, you know, become aware of it, you start to embody the energy, you start to take control over your life, you start to take back your control. Because when you are looking for something or someone outside of you to save you, to help you, to, you know, to aid you, and I'm not saying help outside of you is bad, you guys. It's when you're codependent on it and you don't feel like you could ever help yourself. That's when it's negative, right? But you guys are realizing like it's time to take back control. It's time to switch it up. I can get this done. Yes, I can. I can save myself. I can get myself out of this situation. Group 3, come on now. The World in reverse. Interesting. King of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. 7 of Pentacles. The Strength card in reverse. Look, that Leo energy, that willpower, and the 5 of Cups in reverse. So when I look at this, you guys, the World and the King of Pentacles together, both in reverse, it's like this energy of just feeling like you don't have maybe the resources, feeling like you're in a cycle or in some type of karmic situation where you don't have what it takes. You don't have the skill set. You don't have the mindset. You don't have the discipline. You don't have the resources, the money. You don't have the support to really make some changes, to really close out some type of old cycle for yourself. And for a lot of you guys, this is what you've been pouring your energy into, feeling like you're not enough, feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like there's nobody out there, you know, that's willing to help. And that's your only form of help. People who are not willing to help, right? That kind of energy. But I feel like you guys are realizing like where you've been pouring energy into, where you've been pouring time into, how you've been stirring the pot, what ingredients have you been putting into the pot. It's giving the, what's that guy, the professor from the Powerpuff Girls, when he made them, he was putting all types of things in the pot. I feel like you guys are realizing, you know, the energy you've been pouring into your own pot. What have you been contributing to? What have you been pouring energy into? And how has that been robbing you of your personal empowerment? How has that been making you feel debilitated? How has that been making you feel weak? How have you been, you know, diminishing your own inner power? And I feel like that right there is what leads to you guys coming out of this energy of feeling like a victim for yourself. That leads to you guys coming out of this energy of feeling sorry for yourself. That leads to you guys, you know, really discovering that even though, like I love this card, because even though there are 3 glasses, I'm trying to get it to focus. Give me 1 second, you guys. Bow. Even though there are 3 glasses, yes. Even though there are 3 glasses, for the 4th time, she says, that are tipped over, with this card being in reverse, you start to realize that there are still 2 cups left standing. You start to focus on what you have and what you're able to do, and not what you don't have and who's not able to help you, who's not able to show up for you. Because I feel like some of you guys, you know, you've just been stuck in a situation. The world, to me, in reverse, you've been going through a chapter for a minute that's long overdue to be done. And it's never going to end again because you haven't healed the parts of yourself that have been contributing to this thing manifesting in your life until the month of July. That's when it changes, you guys. So if you guys have been feeling like, you know, you just need something or someone outside of yourself to feel better, if you guys have been feeling like you just need something or someone outside of yourself to feel like life is good, to feel at peace, to feel whole within yourself, you guys are getting a wake-up call in the month of July that tells you that everything actually can work out for you by your own strength, by your own heroistic, if that's a word, endeavors, by your own willpower, right? By your own sense of control. Because you guys got this. Let's see what else you guys got. We have Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Okay. Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Okay. There goes that resourcefulness. Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Okay. Casket, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Come on, somebody. And then cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. This is literally, in a nutshell, what we were talking about, you guys. That resourcefulness is that King of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like some of you guys start to realize that you do have the resources. You do have, you know, the energy. You do have the power to change your life. Some of you guys, it's going to take, you know, a friend. Whether you're a guy watching and you have guy friends, or you're a woman watching, you have female friends, I feel like you're going to be talking to somebody. You're going to be getting advice from somebody that's going to help you. That's going to, you know, maybe show you or wake you up to your own sense of inner power. Maybe you're going to be watching people and seeing that, you know, if they can bring themselves out of this situation all on their own, maybe I can start to live that way and do those things for myself too. But I was saying, like, some of you guys, you feel like your only sense of help, your only sense of, like, you know, a hero are people outside of you who just don't want to help you. And I feel like this is that rooster energy, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Some of you guys, you know, you've been relying on people who just, they really could give two F's about you, right? Like, they really could care less about you. And these are the people that you're convinced are your only source of help, your only resource. But I do feel like with the casket, what's changing is this dynamic of you relying on people, you getting the short end of the stick with people who really don't show up for you, realizing that you don't really even need those people. That's something that's changing in your life. Your dissatisfaction with life, that's something that's coming to an end now. You're no longer in the state of feeling like, you know, your life is in shambles, feeling like you can't do anything about it without somebody else's help. The universe is getting ready to show you exactly how to put this cup back together. It was cracked before, but you're about to see how you can be your own, I don't even know what the word is for people who make cups, your own pottery person. I don't know what to call it, you guys, but you're about to find the solution within yourself. Emphasis on within yourself, because a lot of you guys, again, you've been feeling like your only sense of help comes from outside sources. Come on, somebody. Let's see what else is going on before we close up, you guys. Before we close out, we got spirituality. So come on, that sense of awareness, that's God right there. 7 and 7, come on, somebody. Listen, what's happening in the month of July for you guys, group number 3, is that you are connecting with your own salvation. You are realizing that you are your own healer, that you are your own savior, you are your own hero, and it's okay to be a damsel, but you have to be the person to pull yourself out of that stressful situation. It's okay to feel like you're lost sometimes, but you are the person who's going to find the answer for yourself and to take action on it. You guys have spiritual partnerships. So again, this could be this person, this deep friendship with someone of the same sex, right? But for some of you guys, take it as it resonates. Maybe it's somebody of the opposite sex. But I do feel like the spiritual partnership is not just with yourself. It's also with somebody who influences you to show you, like, listen, you can be your own hero. Some of you guys, you know, this spiritual partnership, it is with yourself. And this is how you become, you know, reliant on yourself instead of outside sources. This is how you realize, like, you know, with you and God by your side. Like some of you guys, you know, you're climbing the mountain and it's you and God climbing it together. And you're realizing that you're developing a spiritual partnership. We got spirituality twice, you guys. You're realizing you're developing a spiritual partnership, not just, you know, with yourself, not with spiritual people around you, but with God, with Source, with the Most High. Some of you guys, this is a very spiritual month. This is a very healing month where you guys realize that it's been you it's been you all along. This awareness card right here could definitely be some type of spiritual download, some type of spiritual awakening, or some type of spiritual ascension. I feel like you guys are just having like a coming to Jesus moment is what they call it, right? Coming to Christ moment. Even if you're not religious, I feel like you guys are just coming into this awareness, like you call the shots. You are the author of your own reality. You are the creator and manifester of your own reality. Some of you guys, again, this, you know, taking back your power comes from the fact that you get connected with God. You get connected with the deeper understanding of your personal power and the fact that this reality belongs to you. If you are alive, you have your own reality and you call the shots in that reality. The inner God within you allows you to manifest and to create whatever life for yourself that you want. For some of you guys, I feel like I am talking to people who grew up religiously, or you guys have a religious background, or you guys are still into religion. But I just felt compelled to kind of share with you, like, you know, this energy of Christ, right? This is the energy we're meant to embody. We are all Christ in and of ourselves. We are all, you know, Buddhas and Krishnas in and of ourselves, no matter what your religious background is. Or if you're not even into religion, just go with me here, right? And so I feel like the spiritual partnership is really coming into play, or just spirituality in general, when you realize, like, through maybe even a spiritual understanding or religious understanding that, you know, you are the God that you seek. And it's not to say there's not a God outside of you, but you were made in God's image. And I feel like once you guys start to really accept that as truth, there's a whole dynamic shift that happens where you gain your empowerment back. Lastly, we have self-love. For a lot of you guys, this healing energy here, this, you know, realizing that you are your own savior, it's just an act of self-love. It's realizing that you can love yourself enough to be empowered. You can love yourself enough to trust yourself to get yourself out of the situation or whatever situation you're in. You can love yourself enough to take back control of your life and stop relying on people who, I feel like some of you guys in group number 3, you're connected with people who you feel codependent on. This could be financially, this could be for emotional needs, this could be for any need that you have. But there are people that you are codependent on to meet these needs, and they don't give a shit about you. I got to say that. I feel so strongly compelled to let that out, you guys. There are people in your life at this time where they don't care. And these are the people that you've told yourself and convinced yourself, schizophrenia, mentally, that you don't have another choice. This is your only help. This is your only resource. And in the month of July, that is what's changing. To close out, you guys, we got some advice. This has been quite the reading. You guys have little by little, which I like a lot. Don't try to rush this process. Some of you guys, you know, your empowerment, your sense of control, your sense of being your own savior, your own hero, it's going to start to settle into your spirit, into your mindset, little by little. It's going to be a progression over the month of July where you realize more and more how empowered you actually are, and it leads to some type of actionable step. I just feel like for a lot of you guys, there's a big step, there's a big decision, there's a big actionable thing to do that's going to take place because you guys find your power back. And then we have, it's okay to feel feelings. So some of you guys, again, you've been feeling like the damsel. You've been feeling like you don't have what it takes to get yourself out of this situation. You've been feeling like you're not resourceful. You've been feeling like you can't make money. You've been feeling like you can't get this business off the ground. You've been feeling like you can't survive without a person. You've been feeling all of these things, and the universe wants you to know it's okay to feel all of those things. However, Self-love is the key to empowerment. That's the key to getting and taking your power back. Loving yourself enough to know that it's okay to feel feelings, but it's also okay to empower yourself and to do something different. So group 3, this is what I have for you guys. This was crazy. I did not expect this, but I'm so grateful to, to be able to deliver this message to whoever needed it. So it is my intention that, groups 1, 2, and 3 resonates with the people who choose it. And if you guys are going back to any of the other groups, I will see you there. But if you guys are stopping here, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Heavy on the comments. I like to hear from you guys. And it does help the channel. It does help with the algorithm. So if you guys wouldn't mind, drop a like. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that notification bell so you won't miss updates when I post more videos and I post more content on the channel. So we're going to end this right here, you guys. Group 3, thank you again for sharing time, space, and energy. And until next time, I love you. Peace out.